Picture this. A UK consultant, €90,000 a year, moves to Barcelona on the digital Nomad visa. Thrilled about the Beckham Law, the flat 24% rate, foreign income exempt, locked in for 6 years. Sounds sorted. They missed the application window by 3 weeks. For the next 6 years, they pay Spain's full progressive rate, up to 47%, on the same income. The Beckham Law was available to them, and it's gone. Permanently, for that move. Same visa, same city. Completely different financial reality. Spain scored 44 out of 60 on the Borderless Score, below Lisbon, and the tax section is exactly why. At Borderless Living, we don't use opinions. Every category in this video has been measured across the same 6-factor framework. Here is the first thing most Spain content gets wrong. Spain is not cheap. It is cheaper than the UK, Germany, and Scandinavia, yes. But the narrative that you can live a comfortable professional life in Barcelona or Madrid for €1,200 a month is, at this point, a myth being kept alive by people who moved there in 2019. To live comfortably as a single person in Spain in 2026, you're realistically looking at €1,500 to €2,000 per month. Housing prices rose 12.8% in Q3 2025, with a further 3 to 5% increase projected in major cities through 2026. A one-bedroom in central Madrid or Barcelona runs €800 to €1,200 per month, with prime neighborhoods exceeding €1,500. That's not an estimate, that's current Eurostat data. Smaller cities change the picture entirely. Valencia has over 150,000 foreign residents, beach access, and rents roughly 40% below Madrid. Granada, Alicante, and Seville remain genuinely affordable. But most people asking about Spain are asking about the cities everyone knows, and those cities are no longer budget destinations. They stopped being budget destinations a while ago. Portugal remains 15 to 20% more affordable overall. That gap is real, and it contributes directly to this score. And the visa structure comes with its own set of qualification gates most content glosses over. Visa accessibility, 7 out of 10. Spain has one of Europe's most clearly structured remote work visas. The digital Nomad visa requires €2,849 per month in 2026, 200% of the updated minimum wage. You also need a degree or 3 years of professional experience, an employer operating for at least a year, and 3 months of tenure before applying. Doable, but more conditional than the headline number suggests. For passive income earners, the non-lucrative visa requires €2,400 per month, but prohibits any work activity whatsoever. So if you plan to do anything remotely resembling work, this one is not for you. On the residency side, 5 years to permanent residency, 10 to citizenship, 2 years if you're Latin American. That citizenship is an EU passport. Real, legislated, and genuinely valuable, but 4 years longer than Portugal's route. And that gap is exactly what prevents this category from scoring higher. The framework is solid, the execution less forgiving. Tax friendliness, 5 out of 10. This is where Spain's reputation and Spain's reality diverge most sharply. Everyone mentions the Beckham Law. It offers qualifying expats a flat 24% tax rate on Spanish-sourced income up to €600,000, with foreign-sourced income completely exempt from Spanish taxation, for up to 6 years. That sounds exceptional, and for the right profile, it is. But here is what most content leaves out. You must apply for the Beckham Law within 6 months of registering with Spanish Social Security. Miss that window, and you lose the benefit permanently for that move to Spain. Gone. That last point is significant. Standard freelancers, autónomos without a qualifying startup or digital nomad visa route, are excluded. If you're self-employed and running your own operation, the Beckham Law is likely not available to you. And after 6 years, the regime ends completely. You revert to Spain's full progressive tax system, rates running from 19% to 47%, with zero transitional relief. For the majority of location-independent earners, especially freelancers, consultants, and business owners, Spain's standard tax burden is heavy. The Autónomo Social Security contribution alone runs 350 to 400 euros per month before income tax even begins. Before. A single euro of income tax. Compare that to Portugal's IFICI regime, which legislates a flat 20% for 10 years across a broader qualifying profile, and Spain's tax position looks materially weaker for most people. The Beckham Law is a genuine benefit for a specific type of earner. For everyone else, and that is most people watching this score reflects the reality of what you'll actually pay. Now, the one category where Spain has no competition in Western Europe. If this level of analysis is what you came for, this is what we publish every week. Hit subscribe so the next Borderless Score ranking reaches you the moment it drops. Category 4. Healthcare quality. 9 out of 10. No controversy here, and honestly, a relief after that tax section. Spain's public healthcare system is ranked 7th in Europe by the Euro Health Consumer Index and 7th globally by the WHO. Legal residents on digital Nomad visas can access the public system. Private health insurance, required for visa applications, runs around 80 euros per month, covering shorter waiting times and English-speaking doctors where needed. This is genuinely world-class healthcare at a fraction of the cost most English-speaking countries charge for equivalent coverage. Category 5. Lifestyle. 9 out of 10. This is where Spain justifies every conversation it generates. Mediterranean climate, over 300 days of sunshine in most regions, world-class food culture, vibrant cities, and a cultural pace that genuinely does not apologize for prioritizing life over work. Barcelona, Valencia, Seville, Madrid, 4 completely different versions of Spanish life, all exceptional in their own way. If lifestyle is a scoring category, and it is, Spain competes with almost nowhere in Europe. The question is whether the lifestyle premium is worth the financial trade-offs the other categories reveal. Category 6. Long-term wealth building. 8 out of 10, Spain's most underrated category, and the one most people skip entirely when they're busy arguing about tapas. Property values rose 12.8% in Q3 2025, one of the strongest appreciation rates in Western Europe. Mid-sized cities like Valencia, Malaga, and Alicante still have real room to run. Full EU banking infrastructure, SEPA access, and legal protections embedded in EU law give Spain structural stability that most nomad destinations simply cannot match. The honest caveat: once the Beckham Law's 6-year window closes, progressive tax rates of 19 to 47% apply to investment income. That cliff is real, and it requires planning, ideally before you arrive, not the night before year 7. But the combination of a strong property market, full EU banking, and a stable 4th largest Eurozone economy gives Spain genuine long-term wealth-building credibility. Spain Borderless Score, 44 out of 60. Below Lisbon, below Bangkok. And when you see the breakdown, the reason is clear. Spain's lifestyle and healthcare are world-class. Its long-term residency pathway is one of Europe's most credible. But its cost of living has quietly outgrown the budget destination story. Its visa has real qualification gates, and its tax situation, outside of the Beckham Law window, is genuinely punishing for the self-employed. The honest profile for Spain in 2026. You are employed by a foreign company, you qualify for the Beckham Law, you want to build toward an EU passport over 10 years, and, crucially, you are choosing Spain because the life it offers is genuinely worth the premium over lower-cost alternatives. If that's your situation, and you get the Beckham Law paperwork done correctly in the first 6 months, which you absolutely must, Spain is an exceptional decision. If you're a freelancer, a founder, or someone primarily optimizing for long-term tax efficiency, Lisbon's numbers hold up better. Bangkok holds up better on cost. The score doesn't lie. and neither does the maths. Before you go, 2 things, quick ones, then you can get back to your research. The free Borderless Score scorecard is in the description. 1 page. Score Spain against whatever else is on your shortlist. Download it. It takes 10 minutes, and it might save you a very expensive mistake. And if you want to skip the manual work, we've already scored 12 cities in full. That's in the Borderless Score field guide, linked below. Now, if Spain's 44 surprised you, you need to see the video that started all of this. We put Dubai, Lisbon, and Bangkok through the same framework. Dubai finished last. Most people genuinely did not see that coming. That's on screen right now. And if the EU passport angle in Category 2 caught your attention, the second video ranks the 5 most accessible EU residency pathways by Borderless Score. The country that came second isn't the one you'd expect. Also on screen. One of those 2 videos is going to change how you think about this decision. Go watch it. Drop it below. Is Spain still on your shortlist? Or did the tax section just change your answer? I read every comment. The most detailed responses shape what I score next. Move smarter, live wealthier, go borderless.